Hey, it's fun around. My name is Jordan. This video will be for Sunday's WNBA slate. I'm gonna take it really light. If you guys haven't watched my channel at all, I feel off about Sunday sports, except football, of course. But when it comes to NBA, when it comes to MLB, WNBA, well, WNBA is always kind of inconsistent, but pretty much every sport where there's just these afternoon games, things can be just up and down, and it can be a little bit weird. So it's best to take things lightly on a Sunday, unless you're betting on NFL. So I'm sitting here watching some UFC fights, looking for some plays. I found two legs that I like for a parlay that has a pretty decent payout. And before I jump into this, because it's gonna be a quick video, if you could please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you could just leave a comment for the algorithm, you just say anything. And also, if you do well with these and you feel like giving back, I have my Cash App and Venmo in the description. Thank you to anyone who does send me something whenever they do win big. I appreciate it. But this is gonna be a parlay that is plus 136 on DraftKings, and then Fanduel's plus 123. So if you have both, I would suggest DraftKings. But first leg, got to go with the foundation of a lot of these plays that have been hitting is Dearica Hamby, 15 plus points, continues to hit this with the consistency. I keep talking about her floor and just how good she has been. I looked at updated stats for the past month to see if she still is continuing to take 9 shots from 5 feet and in, and she does continue to take 9 shots, like 9 to 10 shots a game from 5 feet or closer, and an average around 12 to 13 shots a game. So the majority of her shots are coming off of like offensive rebounds, put back, or just layups. And it just so happens she's going up against the Washington Mystics, who for the longest time, it was the Connecticut Sun giving up the highest field goal percentage in that range. So I looked up the updated the past month stats on that, and it just happens to be the Washington Mystics are giving up the highest percentage in that range over the past 30 days. So great opportunity here for Dearica Hamby to continue to score at this consistent pace that she has been scoring at. So I do like her for 15 plus points, and then she's gone over this in 76% of games this year. You see on the screen she's just gone over in past 10. I didn't even check to see how far that goes back. Past 10 is fine with me. And then against the Washington Mystics this year, it has shown she has 26 and 24 points against them. So great opportunity here for Dearica Hamby. This should be a close competitive game. And then the second leg on this is going to be Jewell Loyd, 10 plus points. I went back and forth with her or A'ja Wilson, 20 plus points, because A'ja's kind of been on a tear lately. 4 out of her last 5, she's scoring, near 30 points a game. It's just she's kind of had her moments this year where she's just doesn't show up sometimes. She doesn't take the volume. But I do think since she's kind of in that mode right now, she is a great choice. They did blow out the Dallas Wings last time, and A'ja Wilson did not go over her points. Same thing with Jackie Young. She's had a game this year where she did not go over her points versus Dallas. But Jewell Loyd's a different story. So Jewell Loyd, 10 plus points. I know that sounds really low. If you know anything about Jewell Loyd, she was one of the top scorers in the WNBA last year. Got traded over to the Aces and just kind of hasn't found her place. But she has taken on a new role coming off the bench, and she has been a lot better, and I think she's getting more comfortable in that role. So she's had 10 plus points in 7 straight games. It feels weird saying Jewell Loyd 10 plus points, but she's taking 7 threes a game, shooting at 41%, which is a solid 3-point shooting percentage, taking around 10 to 11 shots a game. Just enough, to be able to hit this line and then have some really good games where she's going over by a good bit. But the history here is what I love most about this play, and her consistency over the last 7 games in this new role off the bench. So she's going up against Dallas. They give up the second most points in the WNBA over the past month. They give up the second most 3-pointers made overall over the past month, and then they give up the highest field goal percentage for 3-pointers, which is just the majority of her shots are coming from that 3-point range. So it has shown this year. If you take a look at her history against Dallas, you have last year where, you know, clearly she's going to go over 10 points because she was just scoring a ton last year with the Seattle Storm. But even with the Aces this year, when she has been struggling trying to find her role, this matchup against Dallas has been no problem for her. So she's at 21, 14, and 20 against Dallas. That's why I like her in this one. Still like A'ja Wilson for that 20 plus points. You know, if I was feeling feisty, I'd probably do a single bet on like A'ja Wilson for 30 plus. You know, take a look at that, or Dearica Hamby for like 20 plus. Take a look at that. They're just in that mode right now, but A'ja, it's just not, her points line last year was like 27.5 all year long. Like she was just unstoppable, but just been off and on. But I do like this parlay, and it's just going to be a quick video for you guys. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord, link is in the description. Hop on in there, talk about WNBA, baseball, all that good stuff. Baseball, Sunday baseball, I'm not a fan of it with all the day games. A lot of players don't bat as well during the day. As far as the recap goes for the WNBA, it was a good day. I had Alicia Gray for 5+ rebounds. She ended up hitting that. Kiki Irvin for 13.5 points on the over. She destroyed it. Shakira Austin will be back for their game against the Sparks. So I would target her points if Shakira Austin was out against the Sparks, because the Sparks do give up a lot of points. But you know, that kind of threw a wrench in there. Kiki still might be a solid play. I had Cecilia Zendesalini of the Valkyries for 1.5 3-pointers made, or 10 plus points. These were both around -180, kind of like a parlay piece type play, and she hit the 2 threes, and she scored 20 points. She just crushed it with a great matchup. And then I had the 15 points for Dearica Hamby and 15 points for Paige Beckers. I do like Paige Beckers for 15 plus. Again, it's just the payouts. More money is coming in on her than Dearica Hamby, and the payout's just not as good as it was. So yeah, her line is just getting higher and higher, and Dearica Hamby is kind of staying where it is. So everything did well, and I want to enjoy my night with family and friends watching some UFC fights. But if it hits, you know, you make money, and that's all that matters. So you can get this one edited and get it out to you. God bless you all. It's final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.